Hi everyone, we're from Group 4. We are going to discuss about Income Tax Article 21 on Annualized Income. The group member consists of me, Felicia Angelina, Ricardo Chen, and Sari Ramadhani. So these are our table of contents. First is about the definition, second objective and subjective terms, third tax addition and deduction, fourth non-taxable income and taxable income, fifth annually tax income, sixth annualized tax income. Okay, first we're going to discuss about the definition. Annual tax income, Article 21 is the calculation of income tax. Article 21 imposed on employees whose subjective tax obligation have existed since the beginning of the calendar year, but have only started working in the middle of the year. However, annualized income tax, the Article 21 is a tax calculation that is applied to taxpayers whose subjective tax obligations are subject to domestic taxes starting after the start of the tax year, and starting work in the current year. And the second material is about objective and subjective terms. The objective terms is about amount of income, type of income, and others. And subjective is about tax identity number, non-taxable income, marital status, and dependence work period, and others. Okay, I think after we know the definition and the objective, also the subjective terms about the tax income, we can know when we need to use annually calculation and when we need to use annualized calculation for the taxable income. So for annually, we will using annually calculation taxable income if domestic individual taxpayer dies or leave Indonesia forever. It means they don't have any obligation to obey Indonesian tax rules. And then the second is strangers get work in Indonesia for the time period more than 6 months. Next is employees move branches. And then for the annualized, we will calculate the annualized taxable income if domestic individual taxpayers start working in the current year, and if the domestic individual taxpayer moves to another employer. Okay, the third is tax addition and deductions. We're going to discuss about gross income. So there are two types of gross income. There are irregular income and regular income. Okay, regular income is income for permanent employees in the form of salaries or wages, all kinds of benefits and rewards with any name given periodically based on the conditions set by the giver work or employer, including overtime pay. However, the irregular income is income for permanent employees, other than regular income, which is received once a year or for another periods, among others in the form of bonuses, holiday allowance or THR, and then time production services, gratuities, or other similar benefits under any name. Okay, so we are going to discuss about allowance, enjoyment, and natura. So allowance is an additional income related to salary, including income tax benefits, insurance premiums, and employer-paid pensions contribution. So this represents income for those who receive. It means the employees, and it is a fee for the employer. And for enjoyment and natura is an additional economic capabilities received not in the form of money, rewards in the form of enjoyment such as giving rice or sugar, income tax paid by the employer, use of a car, house, and medical facilities. So uh, this the allowance later will become the additional for taxable income. Yeah. Next, we are going to discuss about insurance premium. The word accident insurance, death insurance, and healthcare insurance is included in the insurance premium. Um, so they're divided into two types, paid by employer or allowance and paid by employee. If paid by employer, uh, it is called as income for the receiver or for the employee and cost for the employer. And if paid by employee, it cannot be subtracted or deducted in the gross income. So, for accident insurance and death insurance, it's included in BPJS Ketenagakerjaan. For accident insurance paid by employer or company, it is 1% from the gross income. So it will become the addition for the taxable income. And if paid by employee, it is 0.24% until 1.70% from the gross income, but it can be subtracted or deducted in the gross income, but it will affect the net payroll for the employee later. And death insurance, if paid by employer, it will become the addition for the gross income or taxable income. But the amount is 6,800 rupiah. And if paid by employee, later it will affect to the net payroll about 0.3% from the gross income. And then for the healthcare insurance is included in BPJS Kesehatan. If paid by employer, it is 1% from the gross income, and it will become the addition for the taxable income. And paid by employee 4%, it will become the deduction for the net payroll for the employee. Okay, next we move to old-age savings or old-age insurance and pension contribution. So this is also divided into two types, paid by the employer or unpaid by the employee. And then if paid by the employer, it cannot be deducted from the gross income. And then this is not an income for the receiver and cost for the employer. And then this is if paid by the employee, it will be deducted from the gross income. So old-age saving or old-age insurance, if paid by the employer, is 2% from the gross income. So it will be equal to the net payroll, and if paid by the employee, it is 5.7% from the gross income, and it will become the deduction from the taxable income. For the pension contributions, if paid by employer or by the company, is 2% from the gross income, and it also will be equal for the net payroll for the employee letter, and if paid by the employee, so this will evaluate the income for the in the taxable income letter, 1% from the gross income. Yeah, so this is more to the summary for the permanent employee. Yeah, so insurance premium, if paid by the employer, it will be the additions for the taxable income, Article 21. However, the all age savings or all age insurance and pensions contribution paid by the employee, it will be the deductions for the taxable income, Article 21. And then this is the additional for the deductions for the permanent employee is the position allowance. This position allowance doesn't mean that the employee that have manager positions or CEO, something like that, but this is for all the permanent employees. So it's deduct 5% of gross income, maximum. It's deduct the taxable income from 5% of gross income. Maximum is 6 million per year or 500,000 per month. Yeah, and then for the pension recipient, so the pension recipient will get the credit pension income, and it will be deducted by the pension fee. It is 5% of income gross. Maximum is 2,400,000 per year or 200,000 per month. Okay. The last topic that will be discussed by me is non-taxable and taxable income. As you can see here, so the non-taxable income and taxable income based on UU HPP, we also have learned this before, and it is the same. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Hi everyone, my name is Madani, and I'm going to present about Income Tax 21 on annual. So the definition of Income Tax 21 and annual, or in bahasa we call it PPh 21 setahun, is the calculation of PPh 21 that imposed on employees whose the subjective tax obligation have existed since the beginning of the year, but they just work in the middle of the year. For remind you all again about the material that my friend has explained in the previous slide, so subjective tax obligations here means they have tax identity number or not, non-taxable income status, dependent and marital status, and the work period. So these 5 things will affect someone's Income Tax 21 on annual. To make you more understand about Income Tax 21 annual, I give you an example. So for example here, Aminah start work at PT Pesona on March 2020 with marital status and has 2 children for salary 10,900,000 rupiah per month. And she has tax identity number, and here is the tax identity number. Aminah should pay 2% pension contribution of her salary per month. So we are asked to calculate Aminah Income Tax 21 on March 2021. Next, we jump to the calculation. Because Aminah wages per month is 10,900,000 and there is no bonus and tunjangan, so the gross wages is still 10,900,000. We assume Aminah is non-permanent employee, so for the reduction is just pension contribution. Pension contribution is 2% of her salary, so we cut 218,000. So the net wages per month is 10,682,000. Net wages per year, 9 months, we cut from March to December. We multiply with the net wages per month. We cut 96,138,000. Non-taxable income unmarried 0, because we assume her husband is working, so her husband cover the marital status and the dependent. Non-taxable income for unmarried 0 is 54 million. So the taxable wages is 42,138,000. And Article 21 per year, we should multiply the tax rate 500 with the taxable wages. So we cut 2,106,900. Article 21 on March, we should divide the Article 21 per year with 12, so we got 175,575.
Okay, for the next material is about Annualized Income Tax 21, or Indonesia we call it as PPh 21 discountkan. The definition of Annualized tax income is calculation of PPh 21 that apply to taxpayer whose subjective tax liability is a domestic tax subject, starting after the beginning of the tax year and starting to work in the current year. So here the criteria of Annualized income tax. Starting from first is employee whose subjective tax liability begins after the start of the tax year and start working in the current year. The second one is employee whose subjective tax liability ends in the tax year. Third one is employee who start working because they live in Indonesia forever. The fourth one is employee who move to head office or other branch office. And the last one, employee who stop working due to the death. For the example, David Asita with the status is married and 3 dependents started working at September 1st, 2016. He worked in Indonesia until August 2018. During 2016, received a monthly salary of 20 million rupiah. And for the solution, we determine the monthly salary is 20 million rupiah. Deduction by occupational expense or biaya jabatan is 5%, multiplied by 20 million rupiah is the actual amount is 1 million rupiah, but the maximum occupational expense per month is only 500,000 rupiah. And then 20 million minus 500,000, we get 19.5 million as the monthly net income. And then we calculate the annual net income is 4 multiplied by 19.5, we get 78 million. And then we calculate the annualized net income is 12 divided by 4 multiplied by 78 million, and then we get 234 million. And then we calculate the non-taxable income per year. Starting from individual taxpayer is 54 million, marriage status 4.5 million, dependent 3 multiplied by 4.5 is 13.5 million, and then we sum and get 72 million, and then this 234 minus 72 million, we get 162 million as a taxable income a year. And then we calculate the income tax 21, starting from 5% multiplied by 50 million is 2.5 million, and then this 162 minus 50 million is 112 million, multiplied by 15%, and we get 16.8 million, and then we sum and get 19.3 million. And then we calculate the income tax 21 for 2016 is 4 divided by 12 multiplied by 19.3, then we get 6.433 million. And then income tax 21 for a month, we get from 1 divided by 4 multiplied by 6,433,000, and we get 1,608,133 million rupiah. Okay, I think that's all from our group. Sorry for any mistake and thank you for your attention.